Hello, Cancer, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. This will be your weekly reading for the week of April 13th through the 19th, and we will have a full moon on the 13th, and that can be a time of heightened emotions, being overwhelmed and anxious, maybe a little snappy and irritable. Sometimes you might have a kind of a disruption in your sleeping pattern. So please keep those energies in mind as you move through that full moon. Practice being patient and calm, just be very aware. And then we do move into the waning gibbous energy, which is definitely just a little calmer time for self-reflection and rebirth, a good time to buckle down and get rid of some negative energy and get some things accomplished. So please keep those moon energies in mind as you're moving through your week. This will be an intuitive general reading for the energies that you may or may not encounter. So, of course, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. Okay, Cancer, your overall message for this reading: confidence is your key to success. All right, let's see what the Cancer Collective has going on this week. As I'm shuffling the tarot, I would like to say that since my readings are free to you, all I ask in return is that you hit that subscribe button. So it really helps my channel and it's super easy for you to do. So I will give you just a moment right now to get that done. Thank you so much. And if you've been a subscriber, thank you for coming back and helping me build a community here. I really do appreciate it. Also, I would like to remind you to notice the world around you today, and not just today, but every day, but for synchronicities. And this could be animals that you're encountering, maybe repeating numbers, patterns, that sort of thing, maybe songs. Sometimes I'll hear something like overheard in a conversation that I'm not even in, like maybe as I'm walking by and it's relevant to a situation that I have going on. So just watch for those synchronicities as you're just out and about in your day. Those are your little clues and breadcrumbs from the universe that kind of just help you on your unique path. So, all right, Cancer, April 13th through 19th, and we've already got a couple of flyers coming out here that we will take for this reading. So, Cancer, your present energy, Page of Swords. So, looks like you've got some sort of new path here in the way of communication. This could be maybe you downloaded a new app on your phone. It could be something that simple. Just some new way of communicating, or this could even just be a new attitude that you've taken on in the way of communicating. But kind of a new little path there for you. Your current situation is that you are done with something. So I mentioned an app just as an example, but it could be that you're done with this one app on your phone and you thought, I'm getting rid of Facebook and I'm going to try Instagram, something, that sort of thing. So, but it could just be in your attitude too, that I'm not going to be, it could be, maybe you're not going to, you're done, thinking and communicating in a negative manner, and you're taking on, I'm just going to say positive things, positive affirmations to myself. So just some new way of thinking and communicating that you're doing because something else has just ended for you. At the root of the situation is many choices. So I will once again use the example of an app on your phone, that it could be that there are so many choices and you thought, why am I doing this way? Because there's all these different, apps to use, all these different ways to communicate. So so if it is something like that in communication, you do have a lot of different choices. But again, this, if it's like a way of being, yeah, you can be negative all the time, or you can choose to be positive all the time. So you do have all those choices. And I always think that choice is, when you have choice in your life, that's kind of a luxury. Like if you're just think back to when you were younger and your choices are just limited because you're limited by, maybe your income or your life circumstance or whatever. And as you gain experience and you get older, I think that when you grow into the ability to have a lot of choices, it's a luxury. And so that's something to just be really grateful for, that you have the luxury of making those kind of choices. I don't know why I'm rambling about that, but somebody must have needed to hear it in your recent past here, Cancer, is we're coming into this situation with some sort of truth that has come to you. So, this is justice and balance and that sort of thing. But I feel like some truth has been kind of revealed to you again, whether it be an attitude or some app, on your phone, just some way of communicating. There's been some truth, and you thought, I'm done with it. Something that was revealed to you, and it's just made you change your way of being a little bit. What is on your mind this week is the Ace of Pentacles. So, this is some sort of new financial opportunity coming into you, and this could be in the way of just money that comes to you for some reason. This could be a new job. This could be kind of an upgrade in your job. This could be a raise. But there's something new coming to you in the way of the material world. And if it's not money, it could just be just an item that some maybe it's a gift that you get, or there's just something new in your material realm this week, and it's kind of on your mind for some reason. So again, whether this be money or whether it be an item, um, it's on your mind. It's something that you're thinking about, maybe what to do with it, how to manage it. Just ahead of you is a little bit of a celebration here with the Three of Cups. So that's always a nice thing. And that'll be nice for you this week. In your advice position is the Six of Cups. So a lot of cups showing up here in this reading. Six of Cup is kind of our enjoy the moment, but it's also kind of that reminiscing. And this could be, if you're having some sort of celebration, it could be an old friend that's there that you kind of connect with, and that's always nice. So there's that's kind of a nostalgic kind of thing, that maybe there's a friend there, or there's something that you're thinking about that's kind of, it's nostalgic, something from your past that's coming up. And because this is in your advice position, it's almost saying go ahead and indulge in that, whatever this is. This could be, some, if it's not like a past person, it could be just a past something from your past, and it's go ahead and indulge in that this week, is what the advice is. What is beyond your control is the Lover's card. So this could be someone from your past for some of you, or it could be, if you're in a relationship now, it's to maybe for both of you together to revisit something from your past. Maybe there was a movie that you both love, and it's time to go watch that movie again. Maybe there was a song or an album that you both like, and turn everything off and put that music on and hang out. I know my husband and I, we like to put on music when we cook together. A lot of times we'll put on kind of a theme of whatever style of food we're cooking that night, which could be kind of fun. It's new music, but a lot of times we do put on an old album when we're hanging out together, and it's like, oh yeah, just kind of takes you back in your mind. So remember to kind of indulge in and going back to kind of revisit that nostalgia within a relationship, a romantic relationship there. What is your secret desire, what you're trying to avoid? All right, Four of Swords here, and this is our rest and meditation card. So, are you trying to avoid rest and meditation and kind of going within a little bit, or is it your secret desire this week? That's only a question that you can answer. And I'm going to say, whichever whichever answer that is, go ahead and indulge in that. There's no problem with either of those. Maybe it is time to just kind of go within a little bit, rest and meditate, or you might just be trying to avoid that. Like, I'm just too busy. There's too much socially going on this week, and I'm trying to avoid that. I just want to stay busy. I'll rest next week. In your outcome position is the Ace of Wands. So not only would you have the Ace of Pentacles coming in for you, and that's on your mind, but in your outcome is that something is going to come to you that's something you truly, truly love. This is kind of a new passion. This is, again, for some of you, this could be maybe a new person, and maybe not a new person, but a person from your past, but it's going to be a new passion. That's very interesting. Or this could just be something about this material thing that comes to you. It might inspire you, into some new passion. And I mean, if, let's say someone hands you a box of books, and that's your new material thing. Well, you open up those books and you start reading, and there's something in there that kind of sparks something for you, or It could just be anything, really. It's so open, but something that you're really, really going to love. That's how your week is going to end up. Confidence is your key to success. That's your overall message. Does that have something to do with this romantic relationship here? Could be something with this reminiscing. Let's pull an overall message card here for a final message to see if that gives us any help in kind of clarifying this. But Cancer, much like everyone else, everyone's kind of just having a good week this week. I don't see, a lot of disruptions. It looks like just kind of one of these flow weeks. And that's been the case so far for all of the readings that I've done, that there's just, not a lot of conflict going on. And just kind of good energy. Again, I'm seeing this ending here, which is good, but um let's see if I see anything numerologically was what I was trying to say. We do have a couple of sixes there. All right, not seeing anything too crazy, but yeah, everybody's just kind of having kind of a calm, relaxing week of kind of new discoveries and new things like that, so I like that. Be patient is your first card here. I'm going to pull two for your overall message. So be patient on all of these things if you're making choices and these new things that are coming in. Patient with this reminiscing. Be patient with your partner. And your other card is have faith. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like, again, all the readings this week have just been very calm, very flowy, very, a little bit of coming together with people, but not, there's just not a whole lot going on. I don't know. This week in the universe seems very, very calm and kind of status quo with little changes kind of coming in. So, Cancer, I hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use. Again, I don't think it's just a really calm time right now. So really, make your decision here on this rest and meditation. Do you want to do that this week? And you might want to, again, with that waning gibbous energy, somewhere in the week, you might just say, today's the day, maybe just for that extra time to myself to meditate, take an hour or two, or maybe even take a nap, go to bed early one night and just kind of get that extra rest. But, be confident this week. That's your key to success when you're making these choices. Be confident in your celebrations with friends and family and in your romantic relationships. So, Cancer, again, I hope there was something that you can take away and use this week in this reading. I do readings every week, so come back next week and we'll see if this energy continues or if it's just a completely different energy for you next week. A lot of times that happens, right? Week to week. Also, if you like my reading style, please do like and subscribe. It really does help my channel and I would appreciate that so much. So, Cancer, good luck to you. I hope you have a great week and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.